Hello, welcome. This is daily tarot card reading. I hope you're okay. We are approaching the new year, as you know. We're going to go into this reading. We're going to see what we get here for. Let me think. It's Thursday tomorrow. So it's sort of like an end of the week reading for Thursday and Friday. It's health, wealth and abundance. So yes, let's go into this because this is a nice type of reading actually to do as we're ending the year, because you know, as much as the ego mind loves to focus on relationships and other people, this is definitely the time of year that most people do actually start tuning more into themselves, which is actually what we should be doing all of the year round. Is tuning into ourselves. So let's see what we get here for the health, wealth and abundance, for our healing journey, our spiritual development. It's the end of the day. I have taken down my Christmas tree today because I don't follow rules. I do what I want to do, and it just made sense for me to take it down today. So that's why the makeup is not really on, but it's been a good day. It's been very productive, actually. So, right, anyway, let's tune into this then. Health, wealth and abundance, you know. Let's get some really nice, positive energy, like, flowing in. Let's see what the tarot's bringing for us as guidance for our health, wealth and abundance. What have we got here for the new year? For the end of the year, for the end of this week, end of the year. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay, so tarot, please show us health, wealth, abundance. Thank you. Okay. Ooh. Right. Interesting here. There may be something that's triggering you a little bit at the end of the week. You may have had a little bit of a wobble or some pain body coming up right around now, okay? This is kind of present moment that we're talking about right here. So there may have been some kind of trigger happening just after Christmas. But the tarot's showing you can deal with this, okay? Now, you've got here Knight of Pentacles energy, okay? We're looking at this in terms of our energy, all of this, okay, because it's not focused on a relationship. Knight of Pentacles energy is a good energy. It means that we are making solid, good, steady progress in the right direction, okay? And you know, it's kind of like, look, we're in this for the long-term commitment here. We're in this for the long haul, and we've got what it takes to, you know, just keep pushing forward. We've got here Page of Pentacles. Now that it can be a warning that perhaps we're trying to do too many things right around now. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like, actually, yeah, that could be a message for me. Are we doing a little bit too much? Do we just need to take one step at a time? Keep staying in the present moment, you know, and only do what you can do. Seven of Swords. You know, it's like there are things triggering us at the moment. There's no doubt about that. But we can really put on a good, you know, we can crack on. We can crack on. And we can basically, even though things are a bit wobbly or there's been some kind of shake up or some kind of trigger going on, we have got the ability now to say, do you know what? I can do this anyway. You know, it's like, I can not cover up the cracks, but what I can do is I'm now resilient enough to deal with what's coming up and say to myself, right, I'm not going to feed into this. I'm not going to create a negative identity out of it. I'm not going to create a negative story out of it. This is going on in my life right now. It's not ideal, but I'm resilient enough that I can still crack on with what I need to do. I can still stay in the more conscious vibration, you know. And yes, it may be testing a bit. I think we could be quite tested around this time. Middle of the week, end of the week, could be quite testing. But, you know, we've got this. We can do it. We can do it. And also, you're kind of nearly over the worst of things as well. If there's been certain things that are really triggering you, Ten of Wands is showing that, yes, this is kind of pushing you to your limits, but at the same time, you can deal with it and you can create a calm exterior even if you don't feel very calm. You just remind yourself it's pain body and ego mind anyway, which, let's face it, we don't need to really pay any attention to. And pretty much you're on the last leg of this anyway. Things are going to start getting better. Yeah, things are definitely going to start getting better. You know, whatever's triggered you is actually going to help heal you. And I know that can be sometimes quite difficult to imagine, but whatever it is here that is making you wobble and trigger, that is going to heal, because swords are going to drop out your back as you move into the end of the week, and you're going to find that you're healing and you're feeling better, you're feeling good. So whatever it is that's triggering you is actually helping you heal, and you're going to realise this as you move through whatever this situation is. As you move through it, you're going to get more and more confirmation from spirit that yes, this is actually helping you heal. Okay, now Page of Cups reversed here. I feel you could be withdrawing attention from giving emotionally to other people, because at the end of the day, you're much more solid in yourself and you're actually enjoying your own vibe, and you actually realise I don't really need to focus on other people to make myself feel good. I actually feel good in myself anyway, because, you know, it's like this is a whole new fresh start for you. And like I said, you could be spreading yourself a little bit too thin. You could be trying to do a little bit too much, but at the end of the day, you are excited about it and you genuinely feel good about kind of a lot of things that are going on in your life at the moment. So quite honestly, is it really worth focusing on the thing that is more testing? You know, you're actually being shown that the more you keep your vibe high, the more you're coming out of this kind of rejected, abandoned, or unsupported by the universe identity. You know, that's just dropping away, and actually things are definitely feeling better. And it's because you're making that conscious choice to say, right, I'm not going to let the matrix beat me. I'm not going to let this situation beat me. I'm going to stay in my conscious vibration. And, you know, it's like, it's just helping you purge. You know, the bits of you, you know, you're doing a good front here. You're showing your resilience, and you're showing your strength. You're keeping things together, even if it's a bit wobbly. And actually, anything that is wobbly, of a wobbly vibration, you know, like a triggered vibration, is you're just releasing it out, basically. Residual pain body, I call it. And you know, if you feel this coming up, because I've had it a bit today, because I have to share something with you. I'm very hormonal today, and that's why the reading, I've done it so late, because oh my god, I really have just been hormonal all day. And so I know that's what it is, so I'm not paying it any mind activity attention, because I'm hormonal. What happens is the mind then likes to create stories and sort of like start telling you why you feel so crap emotionally, and it's like, no, I'm not going to listen to that story, because that's just my ego and it's going to feed my ego, and I don't want my ego to get bigger, I want my ego to get smaller. So I know this is just hormonal pain body. So I had some tears come, and I just like zone out, just let that tear come out. And that's what I call residual pain body. And it just passes really quickly. And sometimes you can even find out, you can even say to yourself, well, what is this? When did I feel like this? And you remember, oh, it's when I was a child. But let's not go into that story either. But it's just, this is old pain body, basically. And that's kind of what's happening here. For us, that we're not paying attention to it. We're not going to go back into a depressed state, or there's no going back, basically. There is no going back. This is all about forward movement now. But it's healthy that sometimes these old energies just need to purge out, and that's fine. We're quite relaxed about that. You know, like I said, we're on the last leg of this really, really difficult bit. The tarot's saying, you know, there's no rush. There's no rush. Page of Wands reverse. There's no rush to push ahead. You don't need to be sending messages to anybody. You don't need to be rushing into a new beginning right now. Just let things move along in their own time. The ego always wants to just like rush everything, and I know my ego's always been like that, but I'm learning now not to do that, because when we try to rush and manifest new beginnings really quickly, we can actually succeed and we can get kind of a shift, but a lot of the time there's no momentum to back it up because the universe isn't really ready to give us that thing, and so it sort of like can fizzle out, or it can slow down, or it can just kind of not really pan out how we wanted it to. So it's kind of better to hold back and let the universe push you along at the rate it wants to go. And it probably is a bit of a slower rate than you'd like because of the Knight of Pentacles. It's a more slower energy. But the point is, we're making positive progress towards abundance, our work improving, our money improving, however you get your money, our health improving. There's definitely good improvements in health. Home life situations improving. So, you know, there's like loads of really good things happening, and it's just a matter of the tarot saying, look, you know, let things happen in their own time. There may be things that you could do to kind of tweak things or speed the process up, but let's not do that. Let's not do that, because that's ego, and it's better for things to come to fruition at the right time, because that's what Ramana Maharishi did say. Allow things to happen at the right time, because God will make it so, because God is the doer, and that's going to be much more effective in this scenario. Okay, now we've got here, yeah, this is another card saying the same thing. 8 of Pentacles reversed. You know, you haven't got to rush your healing process. You haven't got to rush this whole process of one timeline ending, going into a new timeline. It's all going to happen in its own right time. We've even got the Empress card, which is the tarot is showing this is a new beginning. You know your value, you know your worth, you're more grounded, you're more solid, you're more stable, and you feel good. And this is a new beginning, right? Now, King of Swords reversed here. You can surrender. Like, you know, the universe is basically being shown to releasing you out of a difficult time. You've been through a really difficult time where you were either rejected, abandoned, or unsupported. And, you know, maybe even health was affected, right? Now, King of Swords reversed, best thing you can do right now is surrender. Go into a deep level of acceptance about the things that have been difficult lately, and just keep saying to yourself, in this present moment, I am okay. In this present moment, I am okay. You know, I am consciousness. Consciousness alone is. I don't need to feed into any worries in the ego mind. Just be in the present moment. Really surrender, the tarot is saying, because if you can do that, you're staying in a more conscious energy. You know, surrender, acceptance, much more conscious energy. And it allows, when you're on the vibration of consciousness, you can then access spirit, and it starts to flow through. And that's when things start happening for you without you really having to do so much. And it's quite a sort of an amazing thing to experience, right? So you're doing the right thing. You're heading towards your new beginnings. You just got to take the foot off the gas. You've got to take the pressure off. You've got to try not to keep thinking about it, and try not to keep doing anything to make it speed up. Just relax. Now, yeah, 2 of Wands reversed. You know, it may take a bit longer than you expect. You don't want to feed into any of the purging that's coming up, any of the emotions that are coming up. If you're wound up, if you're triggered, if you're upset, if you're anxious, don't feed into that, because it will pull you out of alignment. 9 of Wands reversed. This is very good. You're letting go of the past. You're surrendering. You're surrendering to the way things have gone and accepting the way things are right now. And it's a much more conscious vibration than when you're in resistance and your ego mind's constantly saying, I wish things were different, I want things to be different, creating stories in your head about how things could be different, if you could do things differently and go back in time, or if you could like make things change in the future. But you can't really do that, because you're creating stories here, and then you're not in the present moment. You're not in a conscious vibration, you see. So it's a very different way of looking at things, because law of attraction will always try to get you to look into the future and manifest. But then what you're doing is you're not really in the present moment. And it's really important to be in the present moment, because that's where you find your alignment to consciousness vibration. So I urge people not to look at law of attraction. Just the only thing I think is good of law of attraction is always looking at the vibrational level you're on, because law of attraction does look at that a lot. And if you just keep yourself in a nice relaxed vibration, that is, you know, a really good vibration to match consciousness. And also, you know, if you feel relaxed anyway, then move into a frequency of joy and bliss, or joy, optimism, hope, motivation, love. And again, they're very conscious vibrations, so that's the only thing that I feel you need to do really in terms of law of attraction, because you know, anything more than that, you start to move into ego, because you start to move into desire, and yeah, that just brings a whole heap of other things. Starts to bring in too much mind activity, then you're not really present. So what we've got here, Ace of Pentacles, brilliant energy here. So I mean, Jesus, if you relax, right, if you just let things be as they are, what's going to happen is something that's been really seriously unstable and triggering you is going to heal itself without any effort from you, and you're going to be handed something amazing here. This is, well, you don't need me to tell you, this is health, this is wealth, this is abundance, this is much better health, this is vibrant energy, this is long-term relationship, or good relationships, or good connections, solids, you know. It's like the universe handing you a golden coin of whatever it is you've been wanting. As you enter your new chapter, you've got King of Wands energy. King of Wands, you know, you're fired up, you're ready to go, there's nothing going to get in your way, you're willing to take a few risks if needs be, you're fired up, passionate, creative, excited, you've got lots of energy, you're in alignment with what your sort of like your true energy is. So not what's in here, but you're zoning in on what's in here, and then you're in alignment with that, you know. Yeah, it's like you're rocking it, you're totally slaying it through the surrender. You have to surrender first. I would urge you, sort of like right now, in the next couple of days, if you've been in resistance to something, or you can't been finding it really hard to accept something the way it is, really work on that. Really go into surrender, relaxation, acceptance, being very present, noticing all the good things that are happening right now, and actually probably reassuring yourself that whatever it is that's been triggering you, does it really matter right now? No, it really doesn't. Am I really lonely? No, there is no loneliness there. Am I really sad? No, there is no sadness there, because there's no sadness, there's no loneliness, there's no suffering, there's no pain when you're in consciousness. Consciousness just is pure awareness. It's spirit, and it's just beautiful energy, and there's no fear-based thoughts there, is there? There's no suffering there, you know, and that is the true knowledge. And there, as you go into this surrender energy, you're going to be attracting much more momentum, because spirit is able to work with you, because you're lining up with that energy of source consciousness. You see, how can it work with you when you're on a lower vibration? Do you know what I mean? It can't. It's much harder. And you know, God is the doer according to consciousness. You know, obviously I talk about consciousness a lot because that's the path I follow. Ramana Maharishi, Papaji, Muji, Eckhart Tolle, all people like that. And it's like, you know, if you're in a lower vibration of sort of a lot of ego, mind activity, pain body, the past, memories, ruminations, pain, you're not really in the consciousness vibration. And spirit is consciousness, God is consciousness, and it can't work through you if you're down here, you see. So sometimes you've got to do a lot of purging to be able to get yourself out of that place of pain. I feel as a collective on this channel, that's what we've been working on massively the last year. And boom, we're starting to make real progress. We've got the Judgment card, very healthy decisions, very healthy movement forward. Everything's starting to come into alignment. But like I said, don't try to change things in your life. Just try to work with your energy, and then you'll start to see this happening. And as you let go of the past, you let go of all the mind activity, because sometimes what's happening is the ego mind's trying to get you to think about the past and say, you know, why couldn't you have done it differently? Then you wouldn't be in the situation you're in now. Or, you know, why didn't you do things differently? Da, 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 da. And actually, that is not going to help you. That's just going to feed the ego, and it's going to, you know, spirit can't heal you into better health. Spirit can't heal you into better wealth, and spirit can't heal you into better, you know, abundance if you're not in that frequency of it. So let go of the past, let go of the ruminations, relax, and then you're in the vibration of source consciousness, and source consciousness is bringing all of this health, it's bringing all of this wealth, and it's bringing all of this abundance of opportunities, love, relationships, you know, learning, work, studying, creative projects, spiritual work. It's bringing all that abundance through you because you're lining up with that energy. And it's like, it's brilliant, because spirit is showing, as you let go of the past and you keep severing it, and you just say, no, I'm not letting my mind go there, I'm in the present moment, boom, all of those swords, all of that really challenging energy is just dropping away from you. You're a power. You are a power. You are a force to be reckoned with, you know. That's what I want to say about anyone who regularly watches this channel, because there is such a sort of like momentum within me and the people I associate with. So I know any of you that are watching this, you are passionate, you are, as they call it in consciousness work, you have a burning desire for your own, you know, healing path, or they don't call it a healing path, they call it your enlightenment, really, your awakening. And that's the thing that you have. Look deep within your heart, you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So there's love. There is absolute love being sent to you. It's there, you know. Let's have a look at the Buddha wisdom cards. Actually, I don't use it as much, so I'm not sure if I resonate with all of them. So let's have a look what we get. I like them, but I might pull out ones I don't resonate with, because I'm very particular about things. Absolute reality is beyond name, form, and individuality. It is within you. It is the gateway to your noble self. Okay, I resonate with that. You know, absolute reality, I don't know if that is a Buddhist term, but consciousness is more Hindu, but it's just Eastern philosophy, okay? Ada Vedanta, non-duality. And, you know, consciousness is another word for the absolute reality. It's beyond name, it's beyond form, it's beyond individuality, spirit, yeah? It's within you, yeah? And it is the gateway to your noble self. It's the gateway to the true self, to the essence of who you are. The spirit you're here to shine out, to Gaia. And that's what this whole reading has been about, hasn't it? It's all been about us relaxing, not speeding up the process, but just knowing that what the tarot is saying is we're getting closer to our alignment. We're getting ready for this new beginning as we end this week. Loads of good energy. The difficulties are gonna, whatever triggers we've been having, this is a turning point. Things are going to start getting easier now. But it's because you are purposefully, consciously maneuvering your energy and your perspective to a more conscious vibration. You know, not allowing the ego mind to drag you down or drag you into the past anymore, you know, or project into the future, you know, and that also being, you know, unhelpful. So you're doing all of this, is what I'm saying, through your vibrational alignment, and then source is working with you. But it's all divinely timed, and it's all part of God's bigger plan, you know, it's all part of the Spirit's plan. Let's have a look what our Spirit guides are supporting us with. Oh, quite a long reading. Oh, this is lovely. I'm really happy with this one. Purity. You know, I keep saying about, you know, the heart, because that is really where the self is, you know. It's not in the heart, but it's like, it's the centre of the being, the beingness, you know, and that's where the spirit is. We have to get away from this. And the purity in the heart is the complete opposite of ego. So we're sort of like leaving the ego identity behind, leaving the past behind, coming into the present moment and aligning our vibration. And now spirit, we're starting to see some turning points happening here in these cards. So end of the week, you're going to start seeing boom, 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 improvements as we go into the new year, okay? Three of Wands, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, you know, this is definitely looking good. So what can I say? Stay in the purity of your heart, you know, just shine your true essence out and keep coming into that place of love and oneness. Okay, so that's the message. Better health, better wealth, better opportunities are coming. Better relationships here, you know, better connections. So let's just go with that lovely energy, and I'm sending you lots of love and peace. And if you do want to book in for a reading, I am around, and just you can contact me on any of the ways below. And I'm sending you lots of love and peace across Gaia, wherever you are. Thanks so much for the support, and it's great meeting you all, speaking to you all, really love it. And yeah, just one love and peace, okay, as we go into New Year's Eve.